I'm here with Mikey Musumeci. He'll be making his UFC Fight Pass debut Thursday night at FPI 9 here at the Apex in Las Vegas. Can you just tell us briefly how you got into the sport of Jiu-Jitsu and grappling?
Yeah, I started Jiu-Jitsu when I was 4 years old in a small town in New Jersey, Marlboro, New Jersey. And my dad loved UFC. So I grew up watching UFC. And that's how we started training UFC. My dad was a diehard UFC fan. So I started Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu when I was 4 years old in New Jersey. And I just never stopped. I'm 28 now, so 24 years I've been training. I'm really old in Jiu-Jitsu years, like dog years. Yeah, so I've been training all that time, and it's all because of UFC. So I think that that's really cool now that I'm a part of UFC. My first email ever was ufcmm@aol.com. It's still my email, so I think it's really cool.
How much pressure do you feel now that you are in such a big organization at the UFC, as the UFC? And I mean, you are the reality is you are the face of the sport right now. Do you feel that pressure?
I definitely feel that pressure tremendously. I'm dying most of the time inside, but I have this ability, this gift that whenever I have huge amounts of pressure, I'm able to use it as fuel to get better, to train harder. So it's made me better since then. You know, I just keep improving every day at like a crazy rate. So I feel like this pressure, definitely I die from it, but it also makes my jiu-jitsu better. So I am grateful for it.
You've been pretty outspoken about drug testing in the sport and how important that is for the advancement of the sport. Can you just speak briefly on your thoughts on the how we're going to bring drug testing into professional grappling?
Yeah, so first of all, the drug testing sign is like right behind us, which is pretty cool. But yeah, being on UFC that actually drug tests athletes, it's amazing, right? Because now we can finally start changing our sport in a better path. My whole life competing, it was just against all these drug junkies, all these people on so much steroids, right? And I was able to beat all of them, but I feel like it's my obligation to start changing our sport in a better direction because there's kids still taking drugs today, and I want to stop that path, you know, and I feel like I would feel guilty if I just stayed quiet to have more friends in my life. You know, I feel like God put me in this position and he's testing me. Are you going to speak out about it? And you won't have as many friends if you do that, or you're going to stay quiet and then people will like you more. So I am at the point in my life where I just want to be my authentic self and just speak out what's right and wrong. And I'm so grateful for UFC giving us this platform to start changing our sport. So we actually become professional athletes.
Being the face of the sport, what would you say to a young kid getting into grappling and maybe looking at it as a viable career path in the future?
Now I actually can be one, you know. When I was a kid growing up, it wasn't a career path. You have to own a gym or go to MMA. That was like the established thing. I think a win bonus back then was $200. You know, like there was literally nothing. My mom was like, you're an idiot, go to school. You know, so like now you could actually make money in jiu-jitsu. There is a career for them, and I'm so blessed and grateful that I'm able to help them have that opportunity that I didn't have at my age.
One of your fans gave you a nickname, Darth Rigatoni. You're famous for your love of pasta and also pizza. How are you able to eat so many carbs and stay in such good shape?
Well, I'm training every second, right? But yeah, it's such a cool nickname that my fan gave me. I actually met him like a year ago finally. He's from like Tampa. And but I think it's a really good nickname for me, right? Like Darth, like there's a different part of me when I compete, and rigatoni because I love pasta. But yeah, just connecting with the fans and showing my true authentic side.
Okay, we talked about pizza briefly. Do you have a favorite pizza place in the United States that you go to?
Oh yeah, by far Luke Hawley in Brooklyn, is South Brooklyn. And in Las Vegas, Signora Pizza. She's a world champion chef, this female chef. And she has like this van that she cooks from. It's like my favorite.
And you cook pizza at home too. You have a pizza oven where you live, I saw, right?
Yeah, I have it. I have the Dome. It's called. It's from Gonzi. It's called the Dome. But yeah, I love cooking pizza too, and I hope to even go into the pizza business one day too.
Do you eat pizza every day? How often are you eating it?
Right now, I'm eating more like pasta and meat, just because I'm competing. But right after this, I'm going on Christmas break, and I'm probably gonna eat pizza every day again.